Semper Fi Airsofters, and welcome to the day. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Sean.
And we are Foxtrot Defense Airsoft.
Today we have,
Mark from Bush Wookie Airsoft.
Mr. Winklespec himself.
That's right. Spect. And he is currently at the farm.
That's right. The farm sports.
And we're going to talk. That's right. So we're going to talk about the farm. We're going to talk about the farm. We're going to talk about Eagle Strike. And we're going to talk a little bit about
Stormbreaker 2.
That's right.
So let's get into it. Now you're at the farm, huh?
Yes, I am here.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What you got going on there?
What do we got going on here? Probably the largest airsoft AO in Tennessee. Probably. Won't know. We got about,
Probably
64 acres going on. There's 2 paintball fields, woods ball field, mounds field, hyperball field, and the brand new airsoft field. And then
That's right.
we have
Paintball and airsoft.
Yeah, we have Fangorn Field being built later on in the year. We'll do that after the mini Milsim thingy.
And when is that supposed to be? Your mini mill?
Have we even announced the mini Milsim yet?
No, I certainly hope so. I'll talk to the website guy, but that's December 14th.
We got a mini sim.
So that is a one-day full event. Mini mill sim.
Just one day. It's not a full 24 hours. It's just one day.
Unless you want the night game. Do you want the night
12
game?
hours, I bet.
I don't want the night game.
12 hours. 12 hours for your enjoyment. If you've never played airsoft or you've never played in a mill sim, come on out. You can try it. You can see what the feel is, what you might like, what you don't like.
From our experience, it's a airsoft field built by an airsofter.
That's right.
That plays war games.
For that event, we'll be opening up the rest of the property as well. So you'll be running objectives all over.
So many different fields and many different places to get into firefights.
Many different areas of expertise between speed softers, CQB softers.
Yeah, you'll get to shoot at big, blow up barricades.
No, we're not using those.
What?
We're not using those.
Why not?
You're right. Because it takes like an hour to fill them up with a damn leaf blower.
It's not going to hurt them.
It doesn't change the fact that it takes forever. There's like 8 million bunkers out there. I'm not filling them up.
It's a part of your job, sir.
That's part of my job. We just started to, I got the bush hog going. So we carved trails so that there's an open field. About 2 of them, really. That's just tall. The back one is taller, where they're almost as tall as trees, some houses. And then we're bushwhacking trails through them. So you can muscle your way through, or you can follow the trail. So we're building like a maze-like trail in there. Not every trail connects. Not all roads lead to Rome. So you might go in a complete circle. Actually, I'm having a lot of fun. Once I jump on the bush hog, it turns into a fun time.
He doesn't know what left is nor what right is. He just drives.
It was a mistake.
I'm just doing circles and circles and circles. Then I stop and put it in reverse.
It was a mistake, and now he's just going with it.
Yep. So let's jump into a little bit of what Eagle Strike had. Some improvements you felt like you had to make.
Oh, sorry.
There's too much movement.
You guys, my bad.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
This man got hit in the head too many times.
Yeah, dropped as a baby, thanks to my brother.
Sounds about right.
So, Eagle Strike. Let's talk about it.
Beginning to end, how did it go?
It was fine. No, it was fine. It was cool. This is the Eagle Strike 1 was the first soft opening of a 3-faction game. That concept may have been tried before by other people, but never in this capacity. A lot of times the third faction is always like a NPC or like a neutrals, some bullshit. I don't know. This one, it was true 3 factions who hate each other, who shoot each other, who don't like each other. Yeah, everyone had their own objective. All 3 factions could have won, or you know what I mean. All 3 of them had victory objectives to complete. So that was a cool.
Who was the winner?
They were able to test out. Who?
Who ended up winning?
Draken, House Draken, green team.
House Draken.
Almost lost though.
Slim pickings.
Almost and did, but they still won.
They still won.
That's true. House Draken, I think, had the most war crimes, actually. So they almost lost. So the point system, the game is not over until the completion of the AAR. That's how it works for Bush Wookie events. So war crimes or anything that pisses me off, or if you break a rule, or if you're being annoying, or if you're acting like a little bitch, that's a war crime. That's an immediate 1,000 points. During the AAR, they had like 4 different infractions. People kept talking. So that was 4,000 points they lost during the AAR. Or maybe 3,000, I forget. I'll take a look at the sheet. But they almost lost. If they would have kept talking, there was I'll look again. I want to say there was a 2,500 point difference. Or 3,500, one of them. If they would have kept talking, they would have lost the game during the AAR. Hell yeah, game doesn't stop, baby.
We are in the lead up to Stormbreaker 2.
Oh. Stormbreaker 2. What about it?
Yeah, so let's talk about the AO this time. Are there any mountains to climb? Are there any mountains to climb?
Am I going to need a rope?
Do we need to supply rappelling gear?
Listen, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm just going to tie my shoes.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know anything about mountains. I know Mount Rainier. That's it.
Mountain Stormbreaker is what it was.
Yeah.
No, this one.
You got to weather that storm.
Oh, there we go. Lefty Lucy, righty tighty. Stormbreaker 2 will be taking place in Petersburg, Tennessee. This one, you're looking at like about 100-acre AO, minus an admin area. You're probably going to be playing over 70 to 80 acres, really. There's certain areas we're not going to use. There's no point. But no, there's no mountain. They're rolling hills. Right?
That's what we're going to be doing.
Are they steep or?
No, and that's what I'm trying to. Whatever word means that besides steep, it's not. It's not a mountain. They're from I don't know. No, it's. You could. I was gonna say you could sled down the hill, but that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna roll down the hill is what I'm gonna do.
The incline probably I don't know 15 degrees maybe. It ain't like
okay.
You can walk up it. You don't have to crawl up it with your hands.
So gameplay this time. So are we leaving off where we started on Stormbreaker 1 or?
Let's see. You want a sneak peek at the gameplay? You're trying to get an exclusive?
Of course.
Just a little.
All right, let me switch here. I got the Excel sheet. Let me switch. Stormbreaker. Was ist das? Ja. There we go. That is Stormbreaker 1. Stormbreaker 2. Wow, there's a lot more words on this one.
Maybe we don't want the entire draft, but
a sneak peek.
I'm trying to see what we can pick from here. Because I can't tell you the juicy stuff. I can tell you some of the small stuff here.
That there will be spies in the spire.
Spies in the Spire. That's propaganda by House Helios.
Are you sure?
Is it?
Are you sure?
I can never be sure. What I can be sure about is
Those
this time
artillery
around,
strikes.
a brand new game perk to be captured. So what you bozos don't know is Eagle Strike introduced the game perk system mechanic. So there's marked containers around the field. You find them during phase line red. You don't. It's not a main objective. It's just bonus. It's never going to be a main objective. They're perks so you can find, acquire, secure, and your team gets bonuses. For example, the game perks in play at Eagle Strike were the Speedball game perk and then the IDF package. So there's two different, for us military guys. IDF for us means indirect fire. IDS means indirect smoke. And then you add the word package at the end of it. So IDF package, IDS package.
I thought he was saying indirect Sean.
Yeah, it's real funny.
Nobody knows what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not want some sneak peeks here?
No, sorry. What are we talking?
You know, my mic works too. No, but it's two different packages, and then the Speedball package was like a supply drop. That's what it is.
So will there be another supply drop here? Are we having Speedball?
So the feedback we got was the IDF was too weak. So when they call it an IDF, we dropped 3 grenades within a whole grid square. I don't know. I want to get that number up to 10, but those Enola Gays are pretty expensive, so we're going to see how much more powerful we can make them.
Okay.
So there's no adjust firing. It's just, hey, drop grenades on these grids.
No. So the way it works, we tested the system. It didn't work. Like, it was fine, but like it's not good enough. So we're adding this aspect to it. The FO, which is the forward observer for each team, is the one that calls this in. He can't call it in without permission from either the commanding officer or the executive officer. So they call it in. They tell the FO where to go drop the bomb or where to go drop the artillery. The FO has to go crawl in position and physically see the grid square he or she is trying to call in. The way we confirm that going forward is each team is assigned an admin perk. So instead of me, this is what we did at Eagle Strike. I was the only one controlling it, and we had to we call it FiresNet. We had to bring FiresNet down for an hour for one team and have FiresNet be alive for another team. It was just like, although realistic in nature, because FiresNet is always going down, because no one knows how to fucking program a radio, but we don't want to do that. We want FiresNet to be up all the time. So each team's being assigned a game perk. So when an FO calls it in, an admin runs to the grid they called in, and will hold up, probably check level, and do a 360, a certain color. The FO has to confirm that color. That's how we confirm the FO can physically see what they're trying to bomb.
Interesting.
Isn't that the opposite of IDF, though?
You can't blindly call in IDF when there's civilians in a vicinity.
So you're saying that there's civilians going to be in play?
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. And then a forward observer has to call out. I'm not saying anything.
Spies on the spire.
Spies.
So you're saying the FO has to have line of sight.
That is correct. That is correct. And this is probably the one time in airsoft where having binoculars can probably help you.
Interesting.
So line of sight must be obtained by the FO.
Wow, this is going to be an intriguing one for the FO then.
Yeah.
So have we figured out both side company commanders yet? Are we still in process?
Well, House Helios will be led by yours truly, the Ginger from Foxtrot Defense. And then House Draken has not been announced yet. We will not announce
When do we feel that?
sometime.
Oh, so we're not going to confirm it anytime soon.
So why is that?
Or deny. Because we need to make some necessary. Because, like, a lot of times, this is the worst thing. You find a good commander, a good fit, and excluding life-changing circumstances. A month out, they shoot you a text saying that we're not coming anymore. So, there's an extra level of vetting that we have to do to ensure that they will be there. That's why we also assign XOs. So in the event of a CO can't come, an XO takes command.
Well, the nice thing is House Helios is already full on their cabinet. So
On the cabinet.
Oh, Helios is going to be strong.
Grunt Paw Tactical will be out and about.
Mr. XO himself, Sergeant
XO
Major.
himself.
Hey, we're going to be strong, so Draken better look out.
Yep.
You're going to be something. I don't know about strong. You're going to be something.
Hey,
Well,
they're not going to know what hit them.
The nice thing is I've got a really good FO.
Oh, that's so.
Call for fire, baby.
Hell
Call
yeah.
for fire.
Hell yeah. Well, word of advice, FO. Don't do what the Draken FO did at Eagle Strike. Have your map pointing true, or have the map not
North.
adjust at all. Because the Draken FO
Sir.
had it adjust to where his phone was facing, so his map was upside down when he was calling it in.
Sir,
So,
I am versed in call for fire.
I'm sure you are, but I don't know if you're going to be fresh off the crayon or not, so just make sure.
But one thing I require is a just fire.
Ooh, is that what you require?
I require an adjust fire so that way I can fire for effect when I actually hit my target.
Oh, is that so?
That is so.
Is that so?
It's called one in the adjust.
One in the adjust?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that when you call it in, you're going to be like 3 grid squares away.
Ah.
Well, it's a good thing we have spies in the spire.
It's a good thing I'll know where I need to shoot.
Yeah, so Stormbreaker 2 is going to be a defensive game for Helios. That doesn't mean you're sitting in one spot for the whole game. It just means that the scenario is Helios is defending Chestnut Ridge, and Draken's trying to take this land. So Operation.
So we'll have the high ground.
Yeah, right.
I'm digging a foxhole.
You know, funny enough, I'm sure the landowner would actually love to see you dig a foxhole. I'm sure he would. Because he will sit there and just probably crack a beer and laugh as you struggle and realize you're not young anymore.
Hey, there's such things called as excavators.
Yeah.
Does this register as a technical?
It does. It does.
Put someone in the bucket and like put, they can get an vantage point.
Yeah.
Technically, we're gonna put the FO in there, and that's how he's gonna call it.
Just raise me up.
Line of
Feed
sight.
me up, Scotty.
So that means we get to bring the binoculars and everything.
Yeah. Get a rangefinder out and everything.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Play with me.
Another thing about the AO, obviously we'll get a fresh look on it, but we have something unique that I'm not sure if anyone else has ever had. The landowner himself is actually excited. He's actually all about it. Usually when it's like, here you go have fun. This guy's all about it. This guy already started doing stuff for us, and we're 7 months out. Yeah, the bush hogging has already begun, and all that stuff. And there's no, what do you call it? Sticks. Brush. There's not a lot of brush like there was at Stormbreaker 1.
Okay.
There's literally like clear pathing between trees.
So setup and everything will be easier.
A lot easier.
Finding your enemy will be easier.
Yeah.
Binoculars.
Binos.
We are doubling our lumber package this time. So we'll have close to 80 to 100 sheets of OSB. So there's going to be more buildings this time. More buildings. And then we're not going to just try to build a city. We're going to put a lot more minuscule cover out and about in random places. That was one of the feedback points we got from Stormbreaker 1.
Micro cover?
Micro cover. Yep. Micro cover.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the feedbacks we got from Stormbreaker 1. So we're going to see a lot more of that.
You can just dig a bunch of ranger holes.
You mean ranger graves?
It's micro cover.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for trench warfare. I never want to do real trench warfare by all means, but for airsoft, trench warfare is what I love the most.
Yeah. So, real quick, just before we get super deep into this, I guess we'll do a nice little combined thing where we talk about the fact that not only did we get a sponsorship from Stryker, but Bush Wookie Airsoft has a sponsorship as well, correct?
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I guess, we didn't talk about that. Yeah. We now have an official BB sponsor. And that sponsor is Stryker Airsoft Industries. Oh.
Yep. So
Thank you, Matt and Matt.
Yep. Shout out to you guys for what you guys are doing for us.
Sorry about that. We're in the middle of operations over here.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in the middle of a work day.
Weird. It's weird. It's weird. You're at work and there's work going.
One case?
That's all good.
There's never work going.
There's never work going. There's they're our official BB sponsor. So they hook us up. We hook them up. They do a lot of cool things for the industry. And what's really neat about them, despite having the best BBs on the market, damn, I got a big booty. Thick. It's a thick ass boy. Despite having the best BBs on the market, they actually have a lot more other products like ACOGs, EOTech radios. They have the full strike system. So that's something no one else has the balls to do. A lot of them, they give you a slick system, and they say good luck. What these guys went ahead and did is you have the option for the slick system.
Yep.
But you can buy their full strike, which is, I believe, if I remember correctly, the battle belt, the plate care, and all associated pouches for whatever the kit is. So that's something I was.
Yep, I can say now. I have Stryker gear too.
Yeah. We're slowly.
And now-
I'm trying to get one of those lasers they got. I used to call it an M claw. I think it's called an O claw, or vice versa. One of those.
Yeah, I have their ACOG. I really like their ACOG.
So,
You got their icon.
what else can you give us about Stormbreaker 2?
I have an immature adult answer I could say, but I won't say it on your podcast. So, as far as real information for Stormbreaker 2, defensive scenario. So you guys weren't there at Eagle Strike. So one of the feedback we got, we play tested a system, a Juggernaut system. The players actually enjoyed it. I was surprised. I was like, all right. Usually Milsim-ish people don't like that. They enjoyed it. So what we're doing for this time, we're introducing a new game perk called a Heavy Trooper unit. So if your team finds one of the associated containers and secures it, your unit will not only will commanders can drop bombs and order supply drops and all that stuff, they can also deploy a heavy trooper unit. So that would be a squad of 2, and they will be essentially juggernauts.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but we don't. The way I craft my stuff behind the scenes, the way I craft the gameplay, I don't like invulnerability. I think it's dumb. So these guys, they have like a metal plate on their chest.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take them down with the metal plate, and they'll go down for X amount of time. Right. Just say 30 seconds, just for whatever. But using a grenade on them, killed them. We're not playing games with that. This is war games. This is not, rec ball. So we're going to do probably go down 5 times and they're dead. But a grenade takes them out right away. And the difference is they're not going to be mindless. Almost every single game ever in the world has the Juggernauts always being mindless. Not this one. They're going to be trying to help you win. Most people they're not used to that. So Juggernauts, or as we call them, heavy troopers, they use them wrong. A heavy trooper should not be the first one in. You should be sending riflemen in. The heavy trooper should be, think of him as a tank. It's back in the real army, we would call it combined arms. I don't know what the Marines called it, but when you incorporate artillery.
But wouldn't you send the tank in first?
Infantry. Yeah. So
and then you follow the
think
tank?
of the heavy trooper as more of a tank, if you will. He can take more hits, but he should not be the first one through the door, because at Stormbreaker 1, for the sheer fact that I forgot, my brother was not able to deploy a Thunderbee trap. He employed a smoke grenade trap that Green Team triggered, but I was supposed to give him a couple Thunderbees. So imagine if the Juggernaut's the first one through the door, and a Thunderbee goes off, you just lost a heavy trooper. He's not coming back. Hey, he can go take off his gear and then join as a regular rifleman, obviously, but you know what I mean. So that's another reason why you want to make sure, don't send him in first. Use him properly. See if you can come up with some good tactics.
Or proper CQB and check the doorway.
Simple as that. And the heavy trooper cannot do that. He's got all of his gear on. He can't be looking down. So send in the rifleman. You're good.
Do we have any more medium shorts back?
They'll be hanging out. Yeah. They'll be right there.
Where can that work?
We will, as far as objectives, to answer this question, to answer your objective question from earlier, we had almost unanimous thumbs up from the Sample X objective at Eagle Strike. So the Sample X objective was essentially, I believe we posted the video on the Facebook. Someone had to go in there and use, I think he chose the scissors, screwdrivers, and diffuse all these traps to grab a certain objective. People loved that. We had unanimous that was cool. They'd never done that in any of their hardcore milsims. They never did any of that stuff. So that is immediately.
That's why this is war games.
This time, each team is going to have that objective. Each team has to pick a guy to go pretend he's in the Hurt Locker, and yeah.
At least he's not going to crawl through that tiny little hole, hopefully.
It was the best thing ever when they chose the biggest guy to crawl through the hole. He was.
It was.
Brandon was the chunkiest guy. Like, I thought they would pick.
He got the
Ross
job
or
done,
someone.
He did. He dove in there quick.
And then he was sprinting back.
Nice.
That is pretty
He
awesome.
actually ran by me, and I thought he. At first, I was like, "There's no way he's cheating," because the grenade was still attached. I put a third grenade that no one saw on the back of the package. So when you pulled the package out, it would have pulled the pin. But he found it and cut it. And when he was running by me, I saw it dangling on the side. I was like, "What the hell?" So I went to go back to their mob. I had to inspect it. I was like, "Oh my god, he cut the wire. He did it correctly.
He found it.
He did it." And then his buddy Logan, or the commander Logan, was like, "What the hell is that?" Because he brought a live grenade back. I don't know, attached to the bag. So each team's gonna have something like that this time around, because that was just a house-breaking objective. But going for Stormbreaker 2, both sides have to pick a dude or dudette to go get it.
So
Don't
basically, the
want to spoil
information you
anything
just
else.
gave us is make sure they cut all the wire.
Make sure you
All the
look.
wires. All the wires. So that was
All the wires.
that whole contraption, from building the tunnel, the dog cage, and then the 550 cord and stuff. That was done by me in 40 minutes, and I had to rush. This time around, we're having our EOD, active duty EOD, come out, and he won't be using any classified techniques. He'll be using declassified techniques. He will do it, so it'll be a proper one. So it's going to be a lot more than what they had to do. They had it easy.
Get there early.
Yeah.
Well, for all of you out there, this is once again Mark with Bush Wookie Airsoft
That's
and
right.
the Farm Sports. So if you guys don't know, now you know.
Yep.
Go check out the farm. If you like paintball, they have that. But more importantly,
Airsoft.
airsoft.
And if you haven't heard, around the 16th, if you haven't gone to play at the farm, Foxtrot Defense and Bush Wookie will be at the farm the weekend of the 16th.
December.
That's right. November 16th.
No,
Also
November.
meets-
November 16th.
Yeah, November 16th.
There's a
is
swap meet.
as well.
Yep. So come check us out. Come check Bush Wookie out. If you haven't bought your ticket, go buy your ticket.
Get your ticket. Helios.
Is where you need to be.
That's where you want to be.
If
That's
you want
right.
to be on the
You're
win
part-
side this time, you got to be
You're
on
part of
tan.
a
Yep. Tan
dedicated
is going to
airsoft
win.
team. Make sure you sign up for the team discount program as well.
And if you're law enforcement
Or veteran.
or blue line or red line, send him an email to get your discount code.
It's getting so long. It's getting so veteran, active, National Guard, EMS, police. It's getting sheriff.
And if you end up liking Stormbreaker 2, just wait, because right around the corner will be a Stormbreaker 3.
And more to come.
So with that being said, thank you very much, Mark, for joining us today.
Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Bush Wookie,
And as always, do what you love.
and love what you do.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh, yeah.